Test, 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 test.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test, test. Good evening, everyone, from the Kettering Ice Arena in Kettering, Ohio. My name is Kent Jacobs. Welcome once again to University of Dayton Flyer Hockey. Tonight, the Flyers taking on cross-state rival Ohio State. The Buckeyes come to town after winning last night in Columbus over the Flyers by a score of 10-1. The Flyers are going to try to exact some revenge on their visitors from Columbus this evening. In goal for the Ohio State Buckeyes to start the game tonight will be Mike Beck. Mike Beck with a 1-1 record, a .491 goals against average, and a .900 even save percentage for the Dayton Flyers. Tonight it's going to be Jake Dold. Jake Dold does not have a record yet, a one-loss record. He has a 12 even goals against average and a .789 save percentage. The Flyers coming in at 2 wins, 8 losses, 1 tie. They're coached by Tony Morris, although Coach Morris is out of town tonight. He is not with the team this evening. Assistant coaches Chris Sands and Brendan Moravec and Chad Morris. For the Ohio State Buckeyes, head coach is Kyle Ahrens, and the assistant coach is Nick Williams. The visiting Buckeyes are in their very familiar scarlet and gray. The scarlet red uniforms and black and gray trim. The Dayton Flyers in their familiar chapel blue sweaters with red trunks and the blue and white trim. Our referees for this evening's game are Eric Schreiner and Lee McClure. The linesman tonight, all the way from Calgary, Alberta, is Doral Kinda. Right away, we have a face-off down in the left wing circle of the Dayton zone. Sam Gaffney wins the draw for the Buckeyes. Flyers get the puck, however. It's Jackson Reed. Reed is tied up by Ben Yurko. For the Buckeyes, Matt Dabrowski. Back to the point, a shot by Ohio State's Andrew Jacques. Number 22 is in on net, and Jake Dold makes the save. Jake Dold, D-O-L-D. Looks like he's making his first start of the season tonight. Playing 20-minute periods. Puck loose in the Dayton zone. Cleared back to the line, held in by Gaffney. Gaffney has it checked away by Ployce for the Flyers. Coming across into the Buckeye zone, Rutherford. Drop pass behind the net for Yasenik is intercepted by Gaffney. At center ice. Loose puck right at the center red line, picked up for the Buckeyes by Bashara. Shot, goal to save, and rebound is held in. No, it's not. It's carried back to center ice, and we've got a whistle as there was an altercation briefly at the Buckeye goal, or at the Flyer goal. And we've got a Ohio State penalty. Jack Camp will be going to the penalty box. So it's a roughing minor. And there was a Flyer penalty as well. .18:42 left in the first period. We're just underway. No score, and we've got both a Buckeye and a Flyer in the penalty box. Here's Bashara. Pass intercepted by the Flyers. Here they come on left wing. Shooting the puck in on net is Mike Mygon, and a save made, turned aside by Mike Beck. So we're at even strength. Here's a break for the Flyers. A shot and a save. As Aiden Ward had a nice chance. Mike Beck made the stop. Boy, Aiden Ward had a kind of a brief clearing on right wing where he's able to move in on the Buckeye net, but Beck makes the stop. Now for Ohio State. Here's Serboni. Serboni drops it off to Dobrowski. Hits pass intercepted. Intercepted by the Flyers. Federico, a shot and a stick save by Beck. Rebound to the far boards. Held in for the Flyers by Umhafer. Behind the net pass for Piketty. Piketty is tied up there with one of the Buckeyes. Trying to dig it out for Dayton Umhafer. Umhafer pass and it has to chase it back to center. Flyers now back in the Buckeye zone. The shot is way up high and wide. For Ohio State, Kyle Osharzak passes to center. It's dumped in on net by Jack Camp, and a pad save by Jake Dold, and the rebound cleared away and all the way down the ice for an icing violation. Just 9 seconds left in the coincidental minor penalties. 16:52 left in period one. From the draw, here is Declan Ployce. Ployce check from behind. Buckeyes steal the puck. Taken right back by the Flyers. Here's Mark Piketty, a shot, and Beck got a piece of that one. Nice drive by Mark Piketty. At center, Owen Meichenbaum bumped off the puck by Hunter Horna of Ohio State. Loose puck right at center. Dumped back into the Buckeye zone. After it for Ohio State, Tyler Gaffney. Gaffney over on the left wing boards. Taken down. Now into the Flyer zone with a shot is Brokaw. And a save made by Jake Dole on Will Brokaw. Or at correction, that's Jason Gia, I beg your pardon. Brokaw was number 7 on Ohio State, but he's not here tonight. It's Jason Gia, J-I-A, who took that shot. Face off in the Dayton zone. Puck wraps around to the far side. There's a shot in front, blocked. Another shot, blocked. Held in by Yurko. Yurko a shot, and that's blocked. Another shot. The Buckeyes peppering the Flyer net right now, at least shooting at the net, but the shots aren't getting to the net. A lot of them being blocked right in front. Puck skitters to center, picked up for the Flyers by Meichenbaum. Right wing pass. Stuber back to Meichenbaum. Meichenbaum pinned to the corner by 2 Buckeyes. Puck skitters free in front. There's a shot at the net. Pad save. Rebound loose. Another shot. And a save made by Beck. And we've got a whistle. .58 to play in period 1. Kent Jacobs from Kettering Ice Arena, along with our producer engineer Jeff Duford. We've got some nice little crowd here this evening. Stuber drops the puck back to the point for Dolby. Unable to hold it in. Dolby back to get it. Brian Dolby pass at center, intercepted, but stolen right back by Big Ted Stuber. barreling into the Buckeye zone, try to get a shot away, but John Sisti was able to back check Stuber and tie up his stick so he couldn't get a shot. All tied up along the boards. Now it comes out to the Buckeyes. Anthony Cerboni. Cerboni over the line. Shot. Saved by Gold. And Jake will hold on to it. Jake Gold, 5'7", 190 pounds. A sophomore goalie out of Pittsburgh. Marketing major. Jake likes to play golf when he's not playing hockey. Mancino takes the draw for the Buckeyes. That's Mateo Manchenko. Spoke to him before the game. I appreciate his help on some of the pronunciations of the Buckeye names, and he's on the ice right now. Here's a shot toward the Buckeye goal that's wide. Here comes Ohio State, a rush the other way. It's Manchenko into the Dayton net. Shot right on, and Jake Gold is able to spear that one with a trapping mitt. Jake off to a good start tonight. Gets a pat on the pad by big Jackson Reed as he goes by to say, hey, good job. From the draw, Buckeyes hold it in the Flyer zone. Puck centered, broken up. Flyers can't clear it. Bishara has it for the Buckeyes. Back to Gaffney. Fires! And it's off the stick and over the glass. That will result in a face-off. With 13:20 to play in the first. No score. Manchenko wins the draw, but the Flyers steal the puck away. Back for Dayton was Pompina. His pass picked off by Gaffney. Or now, check that, Manchenko. He's checked. Flyers trying to center the puck. It was off the skate of Ployce, and it kicks out to center ice. Piketty for Reed. It gets past him down the ice. And that'll be an icing violation on the Flyers. Again, these two teams met last night, and it was all Buckeyes, 10-1. So Dayton trying to establish tonight that there's not going to be any of that, the one-sided stuff that happened last night. Puck comes in on net, and Mike Beck will make the stop as the puck was cleared away from the face-off. And since Mike Beck caught the puck, there'll be a face-off down in the Buckeye zone. It's won by the Ohio State team. At center ice, it's Yurko for Smith. Smith checked down to the ice, and there's a penalty coming up. A trip as Dylan Smith was tripped up and went down, and the Flyer that's going in the box is going to be Johnny Yasenik. So Johnny Yasenik on a trip. So the Buckeyes have a power play. We have a couple of messages. Jillian O'Neill says, go Aiden Ward. Hi, Jillian. Duke Clark said, let's go Flyers. Hi, Duke. Nice to hear from you this evening. We'd love to hear from anybody out there. There's a shot at the Flyer net wide. That was off the stick of Matt Dabrowski. Just send us a chat message and we'll get it on the air for you, whether you're a Flyer fan or a Buckeye fan. Let us know what player you're rooting for. If you want to, let us know where you're watching from. We get folks from all points of the compass. There's a rush by the Buckeyes, a shot, and save made by Gold on Gaffney. Tyler Gaffney, a big shot from the left point, and Jake Gold is able to keep it out with the big leg pads. Here's a centering pass by Ethan Bashara that's tipped wide. Buckeyes another minute on a one-man advantage. No score. Here's Bashara. Centering pass, Gaffney. Gaffney lost it to the corner. Chases it down for Dabrowski. Dabrowski's pass intercepted and cleared away. Mike Beck will get out of that, try to clear it. It's stolen. Pass intended for Ted Stuber, though, goes to center ice. Here's Aiden Ward over the line. Winds up, and a blast is blocked on defense. Off the stick of Aiden Ward. 10 seconds left in the Buckeye power play. Moving in and shooting. Hitting the goalpost is Dylan Smith. Another shot. And a skate save made by Jake Dole. And he keeps the game scoreless. Just 2 seconds left in the Yasenic penalty. Face off, Manchenko wins it back to Yurko. Yurko to the corner for Camp. Camp ridden into the boards. Buckeyes still have it. There's a wrist shot taken by Jacques. It's wide. Now a whistle as there's a convergence of players at the side of the Flyer net. And that knocks the net off its mooring, and we'll have a reset of the Flyer goal and a face-off, right wing circle. Hunter Corna for Ohio State against the Flyers' Colin Umhafer. They're still wrestling around for the puck. Gia trying to take a shot, and he tangles up with Umhafer, who goes down, and we have a whistle. Puck up, hit with a high stick, and that will result in a face-off. Just past the midway point of the first period, no score, so a good start for the Flyers. From the draw, Yurko trying to hold it in, gets tipped away to center ice, foot race for the Flyers. Here's Luke Federico, but beaten to the puck by Andrew Jacques. Buckeyes trying to start back. A pass goes all the way down the ice. Icing waved off as it went through a couple of different players who just were unable to stop it. For Ohio State, Hunter Corna rims it around to the near corner and held in at the right point by Ben Yurko. Yurko to Gia. Back to the left point. Hammer shot by Andrew Jacques is wide of the mark. Flyers trying to kick it to center ice for Federico, who would have had a breakaway, but his stick was tied up. Flyers trying to come back the other way. Here's a long shot from center off the stick of the Flyers' Colin Umhafer, in and out of the trapping mitt of Mike Beck. Here are the Buckeyes the other way. A shot, pad save, rebound, and down on the ice, flat on his belly, is Jake Dold. Just stop it and hang on to it. The sophomore out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Jake Dold. He's off to a good start tonight. .8:32 to play in the first. No score from the draw. And the Flyer zone. Flyers clear it to center. Back to get it there is Gaffney. He'll dump it in. Here's Gaffney chasing it back down. Sam Gaffney tripped up from behind by one of the Flyer players. He was tripped up himself. No call on the play. And now the puck is tipped up over the glass at center, and there will be a face-off in the Dayton zone. 8:06 to go in the first. And we've heard from Jillian O'Neill and Duke Clark. Nice to hear from you folks tonight. And we had our good friend Louise Bafani, whose son Liam McClyman plays on the Flyer team. She came up, she's here tonight out of Chicago and came up to say hello. So it's awfully nice to see our pal Louise Bafani. Her husband is home. He was under the weather, so he wasn't unable to make the trip. Here's Pachetti, a shot right on, and the save made by Mike Beck. So, well wishes to Louise's husband, and we hope to see him next time they come to town. Face off in the Buckeye zone, right wing circle. When the face off, the Flyers have it. There's a shot by Dolby. That's wide. 7.5 to play in the period. Williams wrestle for it in the corner. Rutherford after it. Now for the Buckeyes, it's Mateo Manchenko. Manchenko checked. Loose puck behind his own net. Pass up to Manchenko. Manchenko tries to center the puck, but it's intercepted by Sully Clark. Clark will clear it to center. There's a centering pass for the Flyers. Rutherford that is broken up and cleared away. Pass at center, intercepted by Ben Yurko of Ohio State. For Manchenko into the Dayton zone. And a pass for Bashar. Bashar is bumped off the puck. Out of the play. Loose puck right in front of the Dayton net. A shot by Manchenko, but a whistle. That was a dangerous chance for Mateo Manchenko. And we've heard from Melissa Picano-Jones saying, "Go Flyers," watching from Los Angeles, California. My goodness gracious. Go Brett Jones. Thank you, Melissa. Nice to hear from you this evening. Say hello to the city of Angels for us. Tell them Dayton, Ohio says hi. Loose puck in the Flyer zone here, or the Buckeye zone. Here comes Ohio State. Yurko into the Flyer zone, a shot high and wide. Puck chipped to center ice. And it's tipped in on net. And the save made by Mike Beck as both a Flyer and a Buckeye go down. That was Jacques of Ohio State. And I'm not sure who the Flyer player was. Might have been Sean Tucker. Here come the Buckeyes, a rush the other way. Here is Williamson. Connor Williamson drops it off to Yurko. Yurko, pass back to the point, and unable to hold it in is Ben Byron. He has to go back and get it. Puck dumped back in the Dayton zone. 5.5 to go, first period, no score. Here come the Flyers. Owen Meichenbaum, he'll slip it in behind the Buckeye net. He chases it down, stops, looks to make a play, gets it over for Jones, Brett Jones, and for Unhafer, and Unhafer's shot is wide. Buckeyes pass off the dasher board is gathered in for Ohio State by Dylan Smith, and he's checked. Flyers clear it. Back to get it for the Buckeyes behind his own net is number 29, Anthony Cerboni. Cerboni all the way through center into the Flyer zone. Centering pass. Tipped up high. It's knocked down by the blocker of Dold, and we've got a whistle. And I think the Flyer net came loose once again. Clock stopped with 4:39 to go in period one. Boy, good game so far, folks. 3/4 of the way through this first period and no score, and it's been great action on both ends of the rink. Here come the Flyers. Jackson Reed into the Buckeye zone. Fire! Jackson Reed had a clearing on left wing. He whistles one in behind Mike Beck. And the Flyers take a 1-0 lead. Jackson Reed, the 6'5", 185-pounder, sophomore at Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, business economics major. Jackson likes to play golf and baseball and hang out with friends when he's not playing hockey. And for Jackson, we've got that as his 6th goal of the season, and that leads the Flyer team. So 1-0 Dayton with 4:17 to go in period one. Whistle after the faceoff. From the draw, here comes Jackson Reed again into the Buckeye zone. This time the shot is blocked by Tyler Gaffney and cleared away. Flyers dump back in on net. Save made by Beck, and with Jackson Reed coasting in, trying to get that rebound, Beck decides to hang on to it. Face off to the left of Beck from the draw. Flyers win it. Here's a windup and a blast. Right on, and a save made by Beck. That shot off the stick of Mike Mygon. From the face-off, another shot just wide of the Buckeye goal. Sully Clark after the puck along the far boards. Clark tangles up with a Buckeye player. Here for the Flyers, there's a shot. And off the stick of Ryan Dolby, and that's off a stick and over the glass. 3:28 to play in the first period. Flyers trying to break a losing streak that goes back to the first weekend of the season when they won their first 2 games against Xavier. And it's been a drought ever since. They played close games. They've had 1 shootout loss. They've had a couple of tight games. They've had a few games that were one-sided, but they're just trying to get back in the left side, the left column, and put up a win tonight, and a big win against this cross-state rival Ohio State team. On the face-off for the Buckeyes, Francisco Martinez rims it near corner Bishara. Bishara checked. Loose puck, Yurko, right point shot. And it's off a stick and out of play. Clock stop 2:56 to go in the first. It'll be Mateo Manchenko, number 20, taking the draw for Ohio State. And the Flyer player that wins the draw, I believe, was Leon Swiatkowski. There's a centering pass in front of the Dayton net. Nobody can get a stick on that for the Buckeyes. Andrew Jacques ridden into the boards. Puck hits free to center. Picked up for the Flyers by Pompina. Trying to hit Reed in the Buckeye zone, but it's intercepted and cleared away. Pompina will dump it back in the Buckeye zone for Dayton. Dolby trying to kick it free. He's bumped off the puck there by Manchenko. Here's a centering pass. Kicks off to the right wing boards, and then there's a whistle. And the Buckeye goal is loose with 2:13 to play in the second. Duke Clark says, awesome goal. Thanks, Duke. That was Jackson Reed. Boy, he really had a head of steam, a breakout, and he whistles one into the Buckeye net. Here comes Ohio State the other way. It's Bishara into the Dayton zone. Centers! Broken up by Dole, and the puck is kicked off to the boards, held in the Flyer zone. Getting a shot right on, and a save made by Dole. The shot taken by John Sisti of Ohio State. S-I-S-T-I, Sisti. A minute 50 to go in the period. Dylan Smith, number 11, takes the face-off against Swiatkowski. Leon wins it, but puck stolen by Ben Byron of Ohio State. Centering pass intercepted. Racing to center for the Buckeyes, Swiatkowski. In behind the Buckeye net, puck picks free and cleared away. No, cleared to the blue line. Held in momentarily by Piketty. Now Piketty at center will dump it back in the Buckeye zone. A minute 15 to go in the period. Puck behind the Buckeye net. There's a centering pass, puck loose right in front of the Ohio State cage, and it's cleared away to center. Flyers dump back in. After it, Aiden Ward. Ward, pass intercepted. Here comes Ohio State's Sisti, dumping it in. Back behind the Dayton net. After it for the Buckeyes is Williamson, Connor Williamson. He's checked. Declan Ployce clears it away for Dayton. And the Buckeyes have to go and get it. Kyle Oshwarzak for Ohio State. For Matt Dabrowski. Dabrowski bumped off the puck by the Flyers' Liam McClymans. There's a left point shot, blasts by Dayton's Brian Dolby, and it's caught waist high by Mike Beck. Heard from Duke Clark, we need a W tonight. Kent, you got it, Duke. Got to stop the bleeding. That is exactly right. Boy, what a nice evening it would be if the Flyers could knock off these Buckeyes tonight. From the draw, Sully Clark. Pass escapes to center, and the Flyers have to go back and get it, and that's going to kill the rest of the period. What a start for the Dayton Flyers after one period of play. Dayton leads Ohio State by a score of 1-0. Well, how about that, folks? And a great start for the Flyers, leading at 1-0 after one period of play. Um, the goal by Jackson Reed. And we're going to take a look if I can get my telephone to cooperate. Look at the schedule coming up for the Flyers. So nice visiting with everybody here tonight. We got a pretty good crowd. Um, although I'm not, I am the not we're not having the rowdy crowd tonight. So I don't know if the rowdies, some of the students that sometimes. But I know that there's some parents here tonight, so it's awfully nice to have them. We mentioned Louise Scalfani, but I know she said that they had some other folks here tonight. I'm trying to bring up the Flyer schedule. Zamboni is making trips around the ice. So the one goal in this game so far, Jackson Reed, and I've got as far as ACHA stats that are posted. That was goal number 6 of the season for Jackson. Here's the schedule. So next weekend, the Flyers will be playing 2 games in West Virginia. Now, I don't know why that is. I don't know why they don't play 1 game here and 1 game away. I don't know. And I mentioned how I was visiting with Louise Spafani, one of the parents, team parents before the game. And we were discussing how there were so few home games this year. And that's a very unfortunate. Of course, they lost 2 games against Niagara because their bus broke down or something and they couldn't get down here. And then 2 games that were supposed to be played against Indiana Tech. And I don't know if those were supposed to be here or there, but those games were lost. That's 4 games right there. But they are supposed to play West Virginia next. Looks like next weekend. There we go. Yeah, next weekend in West Virginia, and then first weekend of December, they'll play Bowling Green, and one of those games will be here. Saturday, December 7th, will be our next home game, and that'll be against the Bowling Green Falcons. And then we'll have a home and home weekend against the Kentucky Wildcats. And that won't be until after the holidays. That won't be until January 18th. And then there are proposed games against Wisconsin, Milwaukee, but we don't know if those are going to happen. And then the final home game will be against the Cincinnati Bearcats, and it'll be the first weekend of February. So after tonight, folks, we've only got 3 more home games. That seems impossible, but that is unless they get something going with Wisconsin, Milwaukee, where they can maybe play one or both games here, and then we would at least recover 1 or 2 home dates that we lost earlier in the season. So, but we will see if that happens. Got a message from Ryan Jones has put Dom in at goalie. We'll see. I mean, although Jake's playing awfully well so far. Jake Day, Ryan Jones, nice to hear from you tonight, incidentally. Jake Day, didn't they play West Virginia twice over here last year? Maybe they're making up for that. Jake, you have a better memory than I do. Maybe they did. Maybe you're right about that. Good point. And we got a Buckeye fan, EDU PM 573. Corner. And that's referring to Buckeye player Hunter Corner. So Hunter must have a fan out there. But EDU PM 573, nice to hear from you tonight. Thanks for joining us this evening. So let me see if I can bring up the Tri-State League and see what's going on there. Okay. Of course, the Tri-State League is going to be losing 2 or 3 teams. Cincinnati is going to Division I. I think Louisville is, and I think Kentucky is trying to. So that's potentially 3 teams that would leave the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League. Some scores from last night. Indiana beat Bowling Green by a score of 12 to 1. So Indiana beat Bowling Green last night 12-1. Kentucky beat Cincinnati 5-3. And other games last night. Louisville beat West Virginia 5-1. No score reported from Penn State and Ohio. And then it was Ohio State last night over the Flyers in the Ice House in Columbus, 10-1. So those are the scores from last night's play in the Tri-State League. Looking at the standings in the Tri-State League, the Miami Redhawks are number 1 with 25 points. Ohio Bobcats are second with 20. Michigan is third with 16. Indiana fourth with 12. Kentucky fifth with 10. Louisville sixth with 9. Ohio State seventh with 5. Cincinnati eighth with 4. Dayton ninth with 1. And Bowling Green in last place, no points so far this season. So a rough start for the Falcons. Maybe the Buckeyes or the Flyers can take advantage of that when Falcons come to town in December. Okay, now the Zamboni is done with the rounds, and they resurface the ice here, and we're getting ready for the teams to come back out. So, okay. All right, we've got a couple of new messages, everybody. Jake Day says, I remember one of the games being against West Virginia in Springfield last year. I got you totally wrong about 2 whole games last year, though. But I don't know, Jake, you might be right. Marie Pompina says, roll Flyers. Thanks, Marie. And she's, of course, rooting for our Flyer, Alex Pompina, number 22. Duke Clark says, do we know when senior night is? It should be, I haven't heard anything officially, but it should be the last home game of the season against Cincinnati here in the first weekend of February, is what I believe. So, Jake Day says, with teams leaving, bring back Wright State hockey. Crosstown rival games, play them outdoors at Dragons Park. Who's in? Hey, that's a good plan, Jake. That'd be great. Yeah, it's a darn shame that Wright State lost their program, because even though they were Division III, I'm sure that the Flyers, like they play Xavier, who's a Division III team, the Flyers would probably play Wright State, which is across the county. They're in Greene County. The Flyers are in Montgomery County, but they're just, 15 minutes away or 10 minutes away from each other. Mike Corner says, go Bucks. Hey, Mike, nice to have you with us tonight. And we got the corner chant earlier. So, and then we've got hear from you as well. So nice to hear from the Corner clan tonight. And finally, Dave Reed says, hey, Dave, how's it going? Dave says, if Dayton beats Bowling Green twice, we get the 4th spot in our half of the division. The other half of the division is much tougher, and Cincinnati will probably will be the odd team out. Thanks, Dave. Dave is really on top of all that. He is really great at keeping us up with what's happening as far as the playoff races in the league and whatnot. Thanks, Dave. That's Dave Reed, and he's Jackson's dad. And thanks to Jackson Reed, the Flyers have a 1-0 lead, as the big boy from Cranberry Township was scored the only goal of this game so far. Flyers lead it 1-0. It was the 6th goal of the season for Reed. Here come the Flyers. We're back on the way. Owen Meichenbaum into the Buckeye zone. Side of the net now. Meichenbaum back to the point to Boyce. Return pass to Meichenbaum, intercepted and cleared. Meichenbaum intercepts at center. Back over the Buckeye line. Pass for Reed and the slot, but he's bumped off the play, and the puck skitters over to the left wing circle. There's a shot by Sully Clark is wide of the Buckeye net. Flyers trying to put on some early pressure in this period. There's a shot by the Flyers' Brian Dolby that's wide of the Buckeye net. He uncorked a sizzler. Dolby pass at center, Rutherford. Into the Buckeyes' own left wing. Shot steered aside by Mike Beck. There's a shot by the Flyers' Mike Mygon wide. Now another shot right on. Pad save by Michael Beck. Flyers really putting the pressure on in this second period. Face off to the right of Mike Beck. Here come the Buckeyes. Pass at center ice for Martinez. Over for Smith and a shot wide. Here come the Flyers. Back at center, Yasenik. He'll backhand it in on goal. And a save made by Mike Beck. Face-off will be in the left wing circle of the Ohio State zone. Aiden Ward takes the draw against Mancino. Mancino wins it. Buckeyes can't clear it, however. Puck dumped in the corner for Aiden Ward. He's tied up. Puck chopped in front of the Buckeye goal. It's intercepted and cleared away. Then dumped right back in. Flyers doing a good job of patrolling center ice right now, keeping the Buckeyes from being able to come back into the attacking zone. Good job, sir. Now here's a shot by Mancino, and it's steered aside by Doles. Now we'll have a face-off. As the whistle stops play. And Duke Clark says, thanks, Dave. Thanks to Dave Reed for letting us know about the playoff situation. Puck cleared away. We're 3 minutes into period number 2. There's Stuber trying to shovel the puck in front of the Buckeye net. It's broken up. Poyce has it. Here's Declan behind the net. Puck comes free behind the cage again. In the Ohio State zone. Here's Stuber. Ted. Check by Dylan Smith. And the puck cleared away. Nice job by Poyce trying to clear it. And it comes into Connor Williamson, and he shoots the puck back in, and it's offside. So a face-off will be outside the Flyer zone on the far face-off dot. Actually, they're moving it to the near dot as linesman Dural Kindop. From the draw for Ohio State, Dylan Smith trying to chop it in the Flyer zone. He does. Flyers now trying to start out. Puck flip to center ice for Pompina. To Boyce to Pompina. Holy guacamole! What a pass Ployce is able to hit alternate captain Alex Pompina. And Alex is able to chip in the centering pass right in front for Pompina, his second goal of the season. A nice setup by Declan Ployce. And the Flyers lead it 2-0. Well, the puck comes in on Jake Dold. He's able to cover it up. So Dayton 2, Ohio State nothing. From the face-off in the Dayton zone. Cleared away by Brett Jones. Into the Buckeye zone. Meichenbaum tried to hold it in, but it got too far behind him. A shot to the center red line for Brett Jones. His pass broken up. Now Jones has it. A shot. And Brett Jones right on goal, and the save made by Mike Beck. This Ohio State team carrying 4 goalies. Flyers carrying 3. I believe it was their regular goalie, their starter, Tom Wesolowski, that played last night in their 10-1 win. Tonight, Mike Beck. Their other goalies, Seth Russell and Brandon Novobilski. Hey, Marie Pompina says, Pompina proud. Hey, Marie, that's great. Boy, that was a great shot by Alex, a great setup by Declan Ployce. That's what we like to see. There's Sully Clark. Buckeyes win the face-off, however, in their own zone, but stealing the puck was Yasenik. Back of the left point, trying to hold it in for Dayton was Brian Dolby. Bangs it off the end boards. It comes to center, intercepted by the Buckeyes. Here is Mancino. Right wing, centers. Comes to the left wing circle. Shot off the stick of Jake Badar, and a pad save by Jake Gold. Shot again on goal. This one off the stick of John Sisti. And Dold covers that up. Teams change with the stoppage of play. So they face off Mancino. Lost the draw this time as Declan Ployce will sweep the puck down the ice. And unable to catch up to it, Sisti, before it goes past the Buckeye goal line for icing. Clock stopped, 14:23 to play in period number 2. I would say that we've got a pretty decent crowd here. I would say maybe about 60% capacity maybe, but we don't have the students here tonight. You can really tell the students. Here's a chance for Bishara of Ohio State, but he's checked. Back is Aiden Ward into the Buckeye zone, but he's tied up. Here's a chance the other way for the Buckeyes, Mateo Manchenko, and he's checked. Now for Ohio State, Bishara. Or check that, Francisco Martinez. Martinez to Bishara, back to Martinez. Back to the point. Shot. Blocked. And Teddy Stuber tried to clear it, but it's held in. Dumped right back into the near corner. Puck centered again right in front. Intended for Ethan Bishara right at the top of the crease. But Dold is able to cover it up. Jake Day says lots of people probably hitting the basketball game tonight. Well, that could be. You're probably right about that, Jake. I forgot, and I'm a huge Flyer basketball fan. I forgot they were probably playing at home tonight. So you're probably right about that. Here's a shot wide of the Buckeye goal off the stick of Jackson Reed. Pompina holds it in. Pompina off the boards, and he's knocked down to the ice there by Matt Dabrowski. Buckeyes take the puck back over. Pass at center intended for Williamson, but intercepted. They volley it back and forth. The Flyer basketball team off to a 3-0 start. Kind of stick handle in was Williamson, but he was tied up. Back to the left point. Shartsek, a shot and a blocker pad saved by Gold, and the puck cleared away. Pompina has it at center. Tries to move it over for Rutherford behind the net. He's knocked down to the ice, and we've got a whistle, and we might have a penalty. Rutherford was knocked down. I think we've got an elbowing minor coming up against the Buckeyes. And let's see who it is. Pleading his case is Tyler Gaffney, referee Schreiner, but he is called for elbowing. So Tyler Gaffney. Tyler Gaffney in the box for elbowing, and the Flyers have a power play, leading it 2-0. There's Meichenbaum. Pass intercepted by Dabrowski. Into the Flyer zone, but checked. Here come the Flyers the other way on a rush. Fake a shot was Dolby. Drops it back to the point. Now back to Dolby along the boards. Now behind the net. Right point, Meichenbaum. Right wing circle. Now back to Meichenbaum. Return pass along the boards. I can't see who the Flyer player is. Now Meichenbaum holds it in. Left point shot by Dolby right on, and the save made. And we have some pushing and shoving in front of the Buckeye net. That's broken up by the referees and linesman Kindop. 11:35 to play in the second. We are nearing the midway point of the game. Here's a chance on right wing. Reed a shot. And right in the breadbasket of Michael Beck. He hits the ice with his pads in the butterfly with his knees together. Hits the ice and he smothers that puck. Aiden Ward wins the draw for the Flyers. Back to Reed. Pass intercepted and cleared away right in on net, and the save made by Dole. Here come the Flyers. And puck stripped away from behind by Mateo Manchenko. Then he lost his footing, and the Flyers get it back. Here's Reed to Rutherford. To Swiatkowski, a chance. Puck still loose near the side of the Buckeye cage. Wrap around by Reed. Back to the point. Winding up, faking a shot twice. He drops it in the corner. Now back to Rutherford. Looking to get a one-timer was Reed. You could see him winding up. Here's Rutherford. Looking to get it to Reed. One-time wrist shot is off a skate to center ice. Flyers back into the Buckeye zone. There's a shot. Oh, the Flyers thought they scored, but they're waving it off. The Flyers are celebrating. Let's see what they say. Hold on. Hold the phone. Are they going to wave it off or are they going to count it? They put it on the board. I think the Buckeye goalie Beck was saying the net was loose. Beck was down on his side. And after 2 rebounds, it got popped in the net. And I think the one referee, McClure, was waving it off. But it looks like it's going to count. And it looks like it's 3-0 Dayton. And I'll have to find out who got the tip on that. We'll find out probably at the end of the period. It looks like it counts 3-0 Buckeye or Flyers. Here's a shot by Piketty is high and wide. So 3-0 Flyers. We're right now at the midway point of the game. 10 minutes left in the second period. Boy, what an effort tonight by these resurgent Flyers. Loose puck at center. Williamson tips it in. 2 players collide in the corner of the Flyer zone on the far side. Wrist shot off the stick of Williamson, blocked. And there's a whistle as a Buckeye player goes down on the seat of his pants right along the wall over on the far side. And let's see if there are any penalties meted out. Let's see, folks. Looks like check that Colin Umhafer going in the box for Dayton. So it looks like Colin Umhafer goes in 2 minutes for roughing. And that'll give the Buckeyes a power play with 9:25 left in the second. Again, I will try to get the particulars on the goal scoring probably at the end of the period. Here is Ethan Bashara centering. Puck loose in front of the Dayton net. A pileup. Puck still loose. Rutherford after it. Now Meichenbaum will clear it all the way down the ice. Again, when you are down a man or 2 on a penalty or kill, you are permitted to ice the puck. Now for Ohio State, Dabrowski is shot. And that is up and over the glass. We got too much of a bad angle on his stick blade when he let that go. And we'll have a face-off in the Buckeye zone, or in the Flyer zone, rather, from the draw. And there's Golby trying to clear it. It's knocked back along this near wall. Dombrowski has it, drops it off, shot, and that is up over the glass, out of play, off a stick. 8.5 minutes to go in the period. Hey, Dave Reed. Thanks, Dave. Dave went back and looked at it, and he says the goal was Jackson Reed from Swiatkowski and Rutherford. So thank you very much, Dave. I appreciate that. You know, what we lack here is a public address announcer to let everybody know the goals and the assists and the penalties, but we don't have anybody to do that. Here's a There's a shot, and a Dole is knocked down. That should be a penalty, as it was Connor Williamson who slid right into Dole and knocked him down, and Mr. Williamson is going to spend a couple of minutes in the cooler. And that is a roughing minor on Connor Williamson, as he slid right into netminder Dole. So there'll be 4-on-4 for 37 seconds, and then the Flyers will have a minute 23 of a power play. Jackson Reed wins the faceoff for the Flyers in the Buckeye zone, but a pass intercepted. And a puck hit with a high stick, and we'll have a faceoff. 3-0. So 2 goals tonight by Jackson Reed and 1 by Alex Pompina. From the faceoff, puck tipped into the Flyer zone. Centering pass. McDonald slides across the goal mouth to Rob. It looked like Martinez right in front. What a save by Jake Dole. He was facing a point-blank shot, and he just slid across the goal mouth and snuffed it out. From the face-off in the Flyers zone. Flyers win the draw. Puck carried to center ice. Ridden down to the ice was Swiatkowski. Gathering the loose puck, Meichenbaum. Meichenbaum being shadowed by Mancino. Meichenbaum checked. Puck picked up at center by the Flyers' Dolby. There's a shot, right on Beck, and Mike Beck is able to make the save. Got a message from Jake Day. Says, do they have equipment needed for public address? Yes, they do. Like speakers, the mic. All they need is the mic. They've got the sound system. You hear the music. You know, I've done the public address for senior night, but it's a little difficult to do the public address and try to call the game as well. I enjoy doing it on senior night because I get to introduce the seniors and give a little. There's a write-up on each of them and get to narrate that. I wouldn't be averse to doing the PA, but the problem is I don't know who does what. I would need somebody to tell me who scored and what, who got the assist, and I'm not always able to gather that from what goes on the ice. So if I had somebody that would be a spotter up here that would let me know that, then that would be possible. But all they have to do is hook up a mic down in the scorer's table, and we have it at our high school games. We have a PA announcer. It'll just be a matter of somebody doing it, or if they want me to do it, they need somebody to let me know who does what. Here's a chance. That's Brian Duffy. He got a pass at the top of the slot. He encouraged him, and the Flyers made it 3-0. How about that, folks? Wow. Brian Dolby. Holy cats almighty. 4-0 Flyers with 6:19 to go in the period. Got a message from Joe Costelk. Hey, Joe, how's it going? He says, hey, Cat, missing the guys, and I'm glad we could catch the broadcast. That's former Flyer Joe Costelk. Nice to hear from you, Joe. Hope everything's going well. And, hey, you tuned in on a good night, buddy. 4-0 Flyers with 6 minutes to go in the second period. There's a shot, pad save, gold. And Jake will hold on to it. That shot taken by John Sisti of Ohio State. From the draw, here's Mark Piketty. He's poke checked. Buckeyes steal it. There's a shot, save, rebound. And up over the netting, up over the glass, into the netting. And that was Sisti again, the shot. Sisti, S-I-S-T-I. Hey, Nigel Gunn. Hey, Nigel, how's it going? Your audio is breaking up when you get excited. Yes, we are well aware of that. I know, and we don't know why. Jeff has tried so much to try to get that fixed. What I need to do is not yell. Thanks for reminding me. You're right, Nigel. Anytime it's somehow it's the equipment we're using. We don't know what it is. Jeff's old equipment didn't do that. But he got a new computer and some new stuff, and for some reason, and he's tried every which way to Sunday to try to fix that, but we don't know what the problem is. He's tried all the settings and all this other stuff, but yeah, I need to try not to yell so it doesn't break up. But you're right. Thanks, Nigel, for letting us know that. 5.5 to go in the period. 4-0 Flyers. Here's a chance for Bashara to get a centering pass, but he was broken up. Flyers playing great defense in this second period. They are really patrolling their blue line very well. They're breaking the Buckeyes up at center ice. And they just played an outstanding second period. Now here's an icing violation. Got a message from Jake Day. If only I had the experience doing PA for hockey. Did a little bit for basketball in high school a long time ago. Jake, if you want to, all you have to do is say Flyer goal number 14, Jackson Reed, assisted by number 9, Leon Swiatkowski. That's all you got. That's all you got to do. There's a shot, pad save. But yeah, Jake, if you're interested in doing it, let us know. I mean, heck, we'd love to have somebody do it. We have on our high school games, we have parents that do it. But of course, for the Flyers, the parents are out of town and aren't always able to be here. But yeah, if you live in the Dayton area and you want to do it, Jake, have at it. Let us know. Let us know, and we'll let you practice a little bit. I mean, the rink staff just needs to set up a mic down in the scorers table, and yeah, that'd be great. So let us know, Jake, if you want to do that. Nigel says, see you for the Beaver game later this evening. That's our high school game. Your old pal Kent has a doubleheader. This game, and then at 8:30, one of the local high schools, Beaver Creek, plays against a Cincinnati high school team called Elder, and that game is at 8:30. So we'll be doing that game on YouTube as well. Here's a breakout pass for Swiatkowski. A shot and a save made nicely by Mike Beck. Another shot. Beck save. Rebound was loose right in front. A slide shot and a stop made. And I think it was by the Buckeye player down on the ice. And now there's Mike Beck, the goalie, is having a word with one of his teammates. That was Sam Gaffney about something. One of the Flyer players has his helmet off. That was. Now we've got a penalty coming up on Ohio State, it looks like. Well, let's see how many. No, they've got 2 minutes on the board, but yeah, they are a man short. So Flyers on a power play. I don't know who that penalty was on. Again, that's where we need our PA announcer. Somebody to say, Ohio State penalty, John Smith, 2 minutes roughing. That's all we need. And then we'll know what's going on. We're down to 3:15 left in period number 2 with the Buckeyes trailing the Flyers by a score of 4-0. Here's Jackson Reed looking for a hat trick shot right on, and the save made by Beck. Jake says, I'm right down the road, right up the road from Kettering. Jake, I tell you what, we've got 3 home games left. If you want to do it, yeah, I mean, I don't see why. I don't think anybody would have any objection to that. Here is Meichenbaum. He's got a clearing. A shot. Save. Oh my gosh! And covering the puck was Beck. A couple of Flyers down on the ice. I had a good view of Meichenbaum's shot, and I thought he was going to pick the far corner of the net, but Beck was able to just move his leg pad over in time. But yeah, Jake, if you want to do that, yeah, we could set it up, set the mic up, and you could practice a little bit, before a game or something, just say a couple of things. But yeah, that'd be great. So let us know if you want to do that. Here's a break for the Buckeyes. Score! What a setup. Ethan Bashara. A great attempt by Dold at sliding across the crease to make that stop, but it was a 2-on-1 the other way. And with 2:55 to go in the period, Bashara puts the Buckeyes on the board, and a great setup by him. I will try to get the particulars at the end of the period. I'll try to get the score sheet from down below and see if I can get the goals and the assists. Jake says I'll just have to get ready or get the ref signals down and stuff like that. Well, the refs come to the scorers table and they'll tell you. Yeah, they make the signals, but they go to the score table. There's a little hole in the window, and they'll tell you, number 15, blue, 2 minutes roughing. So they'll let you know, and they'll tell you. So no problem there. 2:15 to go in the period now. 4-1 now for Dayton. Flyers on a big power play here to try to rebuild that 4-goal lead. Declan Ploys, top of the left wing circle, shot blocked. Declan stripped from behind by Gaffney, puck cleared. Doled out of the net. Will set it up. Here's Rutherford. And the puck chipped onto the Buckeye bench. And that will result in a face-off. So a face-off with 1:40 left in the period from the draw. Here's Sisty's shot. And Dold on the ice makes the save. So for Dayton, it's been Reed with 2, Pompina with 1, Dolby with one for Ohio State. Bishara with one. Flyers led 1-0 after one. They've outscored the Buckeyes 3-1 in the second. Loose puck in the Flyer zone, chipped away to center. 2-on-1 the other way. Moving in for a tip for Federico, but it comes behind the net. They did not get a good play on that 2-on-1 break. 1 minute left to go in period number 2. Losing his footing was Liam Burns at the other end. There's a shot, pad save, rebound wide of the Flyer goal. Puck sent to center ice. Here is John Sisti of the Buckeyes. Rink wide pass for Sorboni. He's bumped off the puck. Sean Tucker clears to the Buckeye blue line. There's Liam Burns. He has it taken away by the Buckeye Sorboni, who dumps it in behind the Flyer net. 15 seconds left in period 2. Centering pass. Flyers do not want to give anything up here. There's Sorboni, a shot, save, rebound, and fanning on the rebound was Bishara. Wow. There's another chance. And a pad save. That shot taken by Mateo Manchenko. And Gold the save, and that will buzz the end of period number 2. And after 2 periods of play, it is Dayton 4 and Ohio State 1. Stand by, folks. I'm going to try to get the score sheet. Hold on. Okay, folks. All right, everybody. Got the score sheet, so we'll be able to square things away. Okay. So let's okay, the scoring in the first period for the Flyers, Jackson Reed. And the assists were to Declan Ployce and Mark Piketty. So the first goal, Reed from Ployce and Piketty, and after one, it was 1-0 Dayton. Second period, Alex Pompina, assisted by Mark Piketty and Leon Swiatkowski. 2-0 Dayton. Jackson Reed is second of the game, unassisted. So that one unassisted, at least according to the score sheet. And it was 3-0 Dayton. And then Brian Dolby, he's wearing 26 tonight with Brett Smith out. Dolby, assisted by Swiatkowski and Rutherford. 4-0 Dayton. And then the goal by the Buckeyes, Ethan Bashara, assisted by Francisco Martinez. And that's where we stand at 4-1 in favor of Dayton. Do we have shots? What are your shots, Jeff? What are your shots? Even? Oh my goodness. Jeff has unofficially has it 24 apiece. 24 shots for both teams. So how about that? What a performance tonight by Jake Dold. Holy cow. Um, he has really put on a show tonight. Let's see, what do we got? Jake Day says, I'll just have to, oh, okay. Yeah, it says, yeah, I'm down. I'll be at the next home game, whatever that ends up being. Okay. It's December 7th. And that's, pardon me, a Saturday night, December 7th against Bowling Green. And I'm not sure of the time. I think it's 7 o'clock. Let me look. Hold on, folks. Let me look. Please stand by. I need Jeff to create a little slide that says, I said you need to make a little slide that says, please stand by. Let me try to find, I got to find Tony. Tony sent me a message with the schedule. Let me find it. There we go. Okay. Hold on, folks. I'm looking for the schedule to get the time of that next game. There we go. Okay. Stand by, folks. Here we go. Almost there. Stay with us. Here we go. Okay. Hey.
Think we could get interviewed? We're really big fans.
Hey, fantastic. Yeah. Let me give them the time of the next home game. That's what we're looking up here. December 7th at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Okay. Okay, fantastic, guys. Yeah, grab a chair, pull up a chair. We have a couple of fans here that want to talk a little bit to us. Yeah, we want to have a little chat. Okay, guys. Let me know your names.
I'm Matt Brown. I'm a longtime viewer of the Flyers. I live with a couple of the players on the team. So does he. We come to every game. We love the atmosphere. We try to bring it every night. Yeah.
And your name?
Sean Lennon. Just reiterate what he said.
Do you want to tell us who you live with? What players?
Yeah, I live with number 13 Johnny Yasenak and Spencer DeLeo. And then I don't know if you know, you probably recognize the name Oscar Thorson. I live with him too. He's an old he doesn't play anymore, but he's in my room. And then he lives with Sully Clark, number 12.
Number 12, Sully Clark. Yeah, great player.
Great.
Yeah, he's been digging at the puck tonight. He's been going after it. Wow. So are you guys students then?
Yes.
Yeah. So currently we're seniors right now at Dayton, obviously, but we're looking forward to just finishing out the year and seeing what comes from there.
Now, I mentioned earlier that I was disappointed we didn't have the students, because the students usually are hanging on the glass and going bananas, and they're not here. But they said, well, there's probably a basketball game tonight. Was that right?
It's a basketball game. They're playing Capital tonight. It's kind of a small school. Dayton's, I don't want to jinx it, but we're gonna probably win. But yeah, a lot of people are going to the game. But end of the day, I think we need to get a little more recognition for the UD hockey team.
That's a real good question and a real good topic. Um, is there any type of promotion at the school for the team at all that you're aware of?
I mean, I would say not enough. Definitely not enough. But I mean, I feel like we do a good job. Like all of our friends, they love supporting the team. Like when they're here, like we try to bring as many people as possible. Like whenever there's a home game here. Um, but yeah, there really isn't enough promotion. I feel like we got to get. I feel like we got to get because if we got a lot of people here, like that would be awesome.
Be also like, and you can already tell, even with the amount of people here, the atmosphere is, it's here. I mean, we're winning 4-0 last night. Yeah, it was a tough game and we lost, but obviously you can see the atmosphere does help, and there isn't enough promotion. But end of the day, we're trying to spread it, like just word of mouth, and get it around more UD students. But it would definitely be great if there's a little more of a system going on how we can get more people at the games.
Is there any type of social media stuff that could be done for that, or what other things can be done on campus?
Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not. I feel like it's not like generating a lot of like followers or people. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like we gotta do a better job of like spreading
Probably,
it
yeah.
word of mouth, like telling.
Is there a campus radio station that students listen to?
I'm not sure.
Not
I
at
don't
the
think
moment,
so.
no. There is no campus radio station, but I definitely think I think the one main thing is people are a little bit reluctant to come into the games, and then once they come to a game, they realize how fun it is and how entertaining it is to watch. So I think as fans come, uh, they'll start coming more often.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wish there could be some type of advertisement, or is it a campus newspaper?
Yeah, there's Flyer News. They're not. They don't have that many. Again, that I've seen. I haven't seen anything about the Flyers hockey in the newspaper. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's something we can work on.
Well, I would have to think that there's a journalism department there, or a program, right? Is there? There's got to be some guys or girls, it doesn't matter, that want to get into sports writing that could come to the games and do a story on it for the paper.
yeah. I think honestly, we just got to push it towards those people, towards those majors, and if we could get some of those majors here at the game, you know, journal about it or talk about it, get the UD hockey name out there a little bit more, then we could definitely get some more viewers, more fans, whatever it is. But I mean, we have a great team and a ton of great guys on the team as well. So I think at the end of the day, if we can get more people here, they're gonna love what they see.
I wonder if, even though it's a club team, still it's a school team. I wonder if any of the local radio stations, if you could just say, like, if like just let them know the score or let them know when a game is going to be, whether they would do it. I don't know if they would report it or not, but I mean that's something worth trying as well. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. If you just told them, well, there's two sports stations in town. There's WONE and WING, and then there's of course WHIO, which is a big UD, thing. But the sports stations, especially, just letting them know the scores or letting them know when a game is going to be. I don't know why they wouldn't just say it, like during a sports report or something. So maybe that's something to look into also. Well, let me give me your names once again.
I'm Matt Brown.
Matt Brown.
Sean Lennon.
There you go. And we appreciate Matt and Sean joining us tonight. It's been fantastic having you guys up here. Hey, I did since we still have a couple minutes. What are you guys studying at UD?
I'm marketing. I'm studying marketing.
I'm also marketing and sales currently.
Well, heck, you guys are marketing. You can market the team. Yeah, come on, guys.
No, you caught us in the act. That's what we should be doing. Throw it on the resume. Talk about it in an interview. Come on.
Yeah, hey, that's a
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Make it a little project for your guys for your. You guys are both seniors. Yeah, to try to make it a marketing project to get to fill up the stands here the last few games. So, so there you go.
And ultimately, it'd be great just have the fans here at the UD Arena.
Well, hey, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Matt and Sean.
Thank you for all you do.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. And hope we'll visit with you again. Okay. Thanks, guys. Appreciate those guys. Hey, that's Matt and Sean. How about that? Matt Brown and Sean Lennon. So how about that? Fantastic. So, okay, folks. What a night it's been so far. 4-1 for the Flyers. Let me bring the game back up here so I can get any chat messages. We are getting ready for the drop of the puck at center ice. And I got to give the guys down below the score sheet. Hang on a second. All right, everybody. The puck is dropped. We're underway. Flyers protecting a 4-1 lead in period number 3. Colin Umhafer for Dayton trying to clear the puck out of his own zone. Comes over to Ployce. Rink wide pass. Reed. Reed poke checked. Loose puck. Umhafer. He runs into teammate Swiatkowski. Loose puck. Meichenbaum dumps it in the corner to Reed. Reed tangles up with Martinez of Ohio State. Loose puck in the Buckeye zone as the teams change on the fly as play continues. Puck in the Dayton zone now. Puck swatted into the corner by Ethan Bashara. We're a minute into the third period. Flyers in the chapel blue sweaters and red trunks lead the all scarlet Ohio State Buckeyes by a score of 4-1. My name is Kent Jacobs, along with you from Kettering Ice Arena, along with our producer engineer Jeff Duford. There's a shot at the Flyer net, and I think the Buckeyes thought they may have scored for a moment, but Dold kept it out, and the net came loose. So that will result in a face-off. It's been Reed with 2 goals for Dayton, Pompina, and Dolby. It's been Bashara for Ohio State. Aiden Ward over for Big Teddy Stuber. Back to Dolby. Centering a shot. And Ward a blast right on. And the save is made by Mike Beck. Mike Beck has been in goal all night for the Buckeyes. And for the Flyers, it's been Jake Dold. I'll get to some of the chat messages in just a moment, folks, at our next opportunity. Up chipped away to center ice. After it, Declan Ployce, who clears the zone. The center for McClymans. Now the puck is shot back in the Flyer zone offside on Ohio State. Some of the chat messages. Patty Ployce says they need a communication student to pre-promote the games. Right, Patty? Jake Day says, hey, he'll hit some other hockey games and pay attention to the PA guys, figure out the ropes. Thanks, Jake. Hey, it'd be great if we could get you to do that. That'd be great. There's a shot, and hitting the goal post was Leon Swyatkowski. That you could hear that ping all the way through the entire arena. He knocked one off. It looked like the right goalpost. Jackson Reed having a word with one of the officials. Face off in the Buckeye zone. There's Matt Dabrowski. He'll dump it in the Dayton end. Back to get it Reed. Jackson Reed. Pass ahead. Chipped back to Reed. He drops it off for Swyatkowski. Leon Swyatkowski checked in the corner. 3 minutes into period number 3. The Flyers leading at 4-1. They've led all the way. Puck held in by Pompina. Behind the net, Reed. Reed stripped from behind. Puck cleared to center. There's Pichetti to chip it back ahead. Again, the Flyers have played tremendous neutral zone defense tonight. They have thwarted the Buckeyes time and again. And their rushes toward the offensive zone, the Flyers have been guarding their own blue line well. There's a shot by the Buckeyes that Dole is able to smother with his leg pad. Clock stopped, 16:26 to play. There's a shot and from the draw and Dole the save. Coach Tony Morris out of town tonight, but he has to be very pleased when he goes back and watches this recording if he's not watching right now. I'm sure he's going to be pleased with the way his troops have played this evening under the watchful eye of Chris Sams, who was Coach Tony's coach at Wright State. There's a shot, and it's wide of the Flyer net. That chip to center. Here's Ben Yurko winding up, firing, steered aside by Dole. Into the corner. Federico couldn't clear it. Buckeyes trying to hold it in at the blue line. There's Martinez. Checked by Meichenbaum. And Umhafer. Loose puck right in front, and it's swept wide of the Flyer net. Buckeyes trying to put on heavy pressure now. They're feeling the pressure, down 4-1 in this third period. Here's Liam Burns' shot. Saved by Beck, and he'll drop the puck off. Buckeyes in their own zone. Long pass at center, tipped behind the Dayton net by Martinez. 5 minutes now have elapsed in this third period. Puck slipped into the Buckeye zone the other way. There's a shot, stick save Beck, and he'll smother the rebound with Johnny Yasenik. Waiting to try to pounce on a rebound. There's a shot wide. I've been told that Eric Spina, who is the president of the University of Dayton, is a hockey fan, and that he has attended some of the games. I would love to interview him about the program. I'll have to try to take the initiative to see if I can contact his office and see if he's going to attend any of the final 3 home games. And if he is, we'd love to talk to him. 14:28 to go, third period. Aiden Ward takes the draw, and the referee takes a spill. There's a wind-up shot by Dolby and right in, and Beck is down on the ice as well as one of his teammates. That is John Sisti, and Beck able to keep the puck out. Referee Schreiner comes over to the Ohio State bench to have a word. Now he's directing. What's going on? Referee Schreiner is leaving the ice surface. Oh, he may have to be doing something with his skate. He might be having to retie his skate boot or something down there. So, slight delay here, folks. And I think referee Schreiner is going to have to slip into the officials' dressing room and maybe have to get a new skate or do something to his skate. But there's a timeout. Timeout in the action, folks. As we wait for referee Eric Schreiner to do whatever he had to do. He was bending down, so I was thinking maybe it had to do with his skate. Now we're back, ready to go. Face off in the Buckeye zone. Carrying to center Matt Dabrowski, but he's checked off the puck, and then there's a whistle. Puck popped over the glass. And we will have a face-off. In the circle to the right of Jake Dold, it's Sam Gaffney for Ohio State winning the draw. Puck kicks the center, however, they have to circle back. Puck fought for along the boards. There's puck battles along the boards, always so important. Flyers come away with it. It's Liam McClymans. They'll dump it in and head to the bench on a line change. Back come the Buckeyes. Right wing pass intended for Dabrowski, broken up. Now here's Tyler Gaffney of Ohio State racing across left wing into the Flyer zone. Gaffney, poke checked away as he tried to move in. Now here come the Flyers the other way. Here's Swiatkowski's shot right on, and the save is made by Mike Beck. Leon Swiatkowski wearing number 9 tonight in the absence of Spencer DeLeo. Face off, Jackson Reed tried to take the puck from the face-off and make a move on the net, but back come the Buckeyes. Here's Mateo Manchenko. They'll dump it in the Dayton zone. Again, Mateo helped us out with some of the pronunciations of the Buckeye names. I spoke to him before the game. Nice young fella. Here is Mateo Manchenko. Pops it back to the point. Got wide, well wide of the Dayton goal. Under 13 to play in the game. Long pass to Reed at center. Off the boards. Buckeyes intercept. They'll chip it to center. There's Manchenko to Bashara to Jacques. And Andrew Jacques' shot save made by Gould. Here come the Flyers the other way. Jackson Reed will pull the trigger, but it's blocked. He had his stick being interfered with by Ben Yurko. In his own zone, Ben Yurko, that's Y-U-R-K-O. Dumps it in the Dayton zone. The play continues. 12 minutes to go in the third. Here's behind his own net. It's Meichenbaum for Tucker. Pass gets through to center ice. Picked up by Dylan Smith, dumping in the Dayton zone. 2 players go down. 1 for each team. Loose puck at center. Dumped in the Dayton zone on goal, and the save made by Jake Gold with the paddle stick. Flyers trying to chip into center. Moving down the ice, Tucker in the slot area. And they did unable to get a pass to him. Now there's a shot by, I think it was Burns, blocked in front. And it's cleared away. Back for the Flyers, Tom Rutherford. Rutherford along with Brian Dolby. Pass at center for Clark. Off of his stick, back behind the Buckeye goal. Play continues. Non-stop. Tom Rutherford. Sully Clark. There's a whistle. And what do we got? What do we have? We have a Dayton penalty. So a tripping minor. I didn't catch the number. Well, this is a big power play for the Buckeyes if they want to try to get back in the game, trailing 4-1 with 10:50 to go. There's Ethan Bashara. Behind the net, Gaffney couldn't control it. Buck kicks free down the ice. And the Buckeyes back to get it. Tyler Gaffney. I assume Tyler and Sam are brothers. Here's Bashara. Has the puck stripped away and cleared. 1.5 minutes left in the 1-man advantage for the Buckeyes. Here is Tyler Gaffney over the Dayton line. Drops it off to Jacques. Back to Gaffney. Centers in front. And what do we have? Did they score or what happened? There was no signal by the ref. There's a shoving match. The net was knocked loose. The net is loose. I do not believe that there is a goal on that play. They will, I think the Buckeyes thought they scored. They had a brief celebration. There was some pushing and shoving. No goal. Face off in the right wing circle. Here's Gaffney for Bashara. Shot, save, rebound cleared to center. At neutral ice, being shadowed by Sully Clark, is Tyler Gaffney. Into the Dayton zone, drop past Bashara. Bashara centers, but nobody's there for the Buckeyes to get a tip on it. Back come the Flyers. On left wing is Dolby all alone, and Clark tried to get the pass to him, but it was broken up, and now a whistle. And now we've got a Flyer player down at the other end of the rink. And let's see what's going on here, everybody. There was a whistle. There was a 2-on-2 breakout the other way, but now we've got a penalty coming up. A kneeing minor against the Buckeyes, Ethan Bashara. That's a rare penalty. Duke Clark says, great to see Matt Brown and Sean Lennon interviewed at the intermission. Yes, it was, Duke. Hey, Nigel Gunn, our good pal Nigel, says perhaps they need to run a bus from the campus to the game. That's a great idea. That is a great idea, Nigel. Very good idea. Okay, and referee Schreiner shouts over to the Buckeye bench that if they say anything else, they're going to get a bench minor. So they were upset about that kneeing minor penalty. assessed to Ethan Bashara, and they were letting the referees know it, and the referee said that is enough. So we're 4-on-4. Here's a shot, and at the Dayton net, and it's out of play. Save made by Jake Gold. .906 to go in the third. The Buckeyes won last night 10-1, but boy, it's a whole different story tonight. There's a shot off the stick of Ben Yurko, and it's gloved by Dole. Jake Dole, D-O-L-D, sophomore goalie out of Pittsburgh. What a game he's played tonight. Pass at center, controlled by Meichenbaum into the Buckeye zone. Drop pass, Rutherford, shot, and it's off the stick over the net. There's Declan Ployce. Ployce centers. Now it comes over to the left wing circle for Rutherford. Drop pass, Ployce. Back to Rutherford. One time centering pass gets through to the corner. Centering pass again off the stick to the point. Here's Aiden Ward, shot, pad save, and cleared away. Here are the Buckeyes, a shot, and Gold adds it. Jake Gold. He robs Ben Byron, and Byron, frustrated, goes back to the bench and just tosses his stick. He thought he was going to pick the upper corner of the net, but Gold was able to stretch out and just pluck the puck out of the air. Face off in the Dayton zone. From the draw, Gaffney shot off a stick, and that's over the glass. .808 to play. Referee Schreiner ready to drop the puck. From the draw, Mateo Manchenko, a shot wide of the Dayton net. Flyers gather it in. Back is Jackson Reed, left wing. Over the Buckeye line, drops it off to Rutherford, give and go. Rutherford into the corner, Swiatkowski. To the point, Piketty. Left point, Reed. Reed trying to chop it behind the net, but it's intercepted and cleared away. Back is Mark Piketty, number 44. Long pass at center, Swiatkowski trying to drop it off to Rutherford, stripped away. Here come the Buckeyes. Here's Mateo Manchenko, a shot. And I don't know if Dole got a piece of that or if it was wide. There's Manchenko again for the Buckeyes. Pass at center, bangs off the near wall. Flyers trying to intercept. Here's Swiatkowski behind the Buckeye net, centering. And intercepting that pass is netminder Mike Beck. And he'll hold on to it. What are your shots, Jeff? What are your shots?
Flyers have 30 shots. State has 30 shots.
So shots unofficially 32-30 in favor of Dayton. Thanks to Jeff Buford, our engineer, producer, and shot keeper. Centering pass. There's a spin and a shot by Yurko, and that's broken up. Sully Clark ridden into the boards on the far side. But cleared, and icing will be called on Ohio State with 6:37 to go. Every second that ticks by, the Flyers are moving close to a nice upset tonight. leading at 4-1 from the draw in the Buckeye zone. There's a backhand shot and a save made by Beck, and the puck is flipped over the glass on the rebound. And there will be another face-off. Looks like as far as my count goes, we're even on penalties. 4 penalties each on both teams tonight, 4 each. Here come the Buckeyes the other way. Big hit on Jack Camp by Mygon along the far side. Crowd reacts to that big hit. That chopped into the Buckeye zone by Brett Jones. Under 6 minutes to play. Here come the Buckeyes. Nice choke check past the break up the play by the Flyers' Brian Dolby. Dolby has played a nice game tonight. He's the former football player that took up hockey, and I know Coach Morris and his staff were excited about maybe some of the physicality that someone of Dolby's ilk could bring to the team. And he's played a good game tonight, including scoring a goal. From the draw, puck comes to center. It's dumped back in the Buckeye zone by Ployce. Now a long clearing shot the other way. Centered in front of the Dayton net, but cleared out. Rutherford give and go now to Yasenik. Johnny could not control the puck, however. And back come the Buckeyes. Here is Tyler Gaffney. Backhand shot wide of the Flyer net. Down by 3, I wouldn't be surprised with 5 minutes to go that the Buckeyes start thinking about playing with an empty net. We'll see. Here's a long pass. Oh, Rutherford. It was too far ahead of him, or he would have had a breakaway. Rutherford does chase the puck down, drops it off to Stuber, to Ward, shot blocked, right in front. Big Teddy holds it in, shot, he scores! Teddy Stuber! The Big Teddy! I'm trying not to get too excited, folks, because I don't want the signal to break up, or else I'd be screaming Teddy Stuber, and I think Ted might have put the icing on the cake with that one. Wrist shot. Whistles in past Beck. And it's 5-1 for the Flyers. What a game tonight. And they had 2 big games against Xavier early in the season, but this has got to be considered the Flyers' finest effort of the season so far tonight. Puck dumped in behind the Flyer cage. Liam Burns back to get it. He's ridden into the boards. There by Ben Byron. Whistle. And are things going to get chippy? There's some pushing and shoving. When things start to get one-sided like this, some of the players get a little chippy. So let's see if there are any infractions to be assessed on this play. There will be. Let's see for the Flyers who's going in. Is there going to be? Are there? I thought he was waving somebody to the box. Well, maybe not. 4 minutes to play. No, I think there's a Flyer penalty, I think there's a Buckeye power play. There's a shot. And the catch is made by Dole. Let's see, Flyers 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's 5 Flyers out there. No penalty. Duke Clark says, Big Teddy. That's the Flyers' Ted Stuber. He's a senior, big 6'5", 200-pounder, law student. He laid down the law on that shot. There's a chance for the Buckeyes. Yurko, a shot wide of the Flyer net. And they prod at the puck, and it goes in, but the whistle had long been blown. Now being shoved aside is Francisco Martinez, and here we go. We've got a melee, a Saturday night special. Some pushing and shoving behind the Flyer goal. Francisco Martinez of Ohio State being escorted to the penalty box by referee Schreiner. Will there be any Flyers that go in? And it will be Mark Piketty. And now we got some students over there in the corner that are raising the roof. So we're going to be 4-on-4, which I love. I love 4-on-4 hockey. If they asked me to design the game from the get-go, I would make it 4-on-4 and make it wide open. So it's Piketty for Dayton and Martinez for Ohio State that are the penalized players. 3:15 to play. Flyers up 5-1. They are in the light blue, the chapel blue sweaters, red trunks. The Buckeyes in the all scarlet with the gray and black trim. Whistle. Now what do we got? Now a Flyer player is being, now we don't need this guy. It's up 5-1. Let's not go to the box. And that is going to be Mike Mygon for a roughing minor. And that gives the Flyers the distinction, at least the dubious distinction, of now leading the game in penalties 6-5. But all that matters is what's on the board, the scoreboard, and it's 5-1 UD. Gaffney, right wing, Bishara in the corner. Now for Dabrowski, back to the point, Gaffney. Gaffney drops it off. There's a centering pass, and they score. Nice play, a nice setup. And the Buckeyes cut the Flyer lead to 5-2 with 2:35 to play. And it looks like the goal scorer for the Buckeyes was Sam Gaffney. And that was a power play goal. Okay, now what's going on? There's some chirping going on from the Dayton bench. Referee Schreiner having a word with Teddy Stuber, the team barrister. Meanwhile, Ethan Bishara of Ohio State having a word with referee McClure. Puck dropped at center ice. Now 5-2 the score for Dayton. 2.5 to play. Here is Stuber. Loose puck into the Buckeye zone, and he drops it off to Rutherford, but before he could get a shot away, he has the puck tipped off of his stick. Here's Sam Gaffney into the Dayton zone for Tyler Gaffney. A shot. And that's off a stick and over the glass. I'm surprised at this point Mike Beck is still out there in goal for Ohio State. I would expect that. I mean, why not pull him for the extra attacker now that you're down by 3 with 2 minutes to go? But they're and a face-off down in the Flyer zone, but they elect not to. Mateo Manchenko back to Dabrowski. Shot wide. Still no movement by Beck to leave for an extra attacker. Flyers Leon Swiatkowski clears the puck. After it for the Buckeyes, Andrew Jacques. Give and go to, that was Dylan Smith, his shot block. 1:20 to play. Puck cleared out of the Dayton zone. Back to get it for the Buckeyes is Andy Jacques, number 22. He'll hand it off to Ethan Bashara. Into the Dayton zone, Bashara fires. Save. Rebound loose in the corner. Flyers clear it, and they ice the puck. No icing. Icing waved off. 1 minute to play in the game. Jackson Reed steals the puck. Centers for Clark. Drop past Rutherford. Back to Clark. Trying to center it. It's broken up. There's Gaffney. Up ahead to his brother Sam. Into the Dayton zone. Sammy Gaffney. Drops it behind the net for Tyler Gaffney. Tyler in the corner. Checked by Sully Clark. 25 seconds to go. Puck cleared. Got a good vocal crowd here tonight. Sully Clark at center, checked by Dabrowski. There's a shot by Reed, blocked. Reed going for a hat trick tonight. That's going to do it, folks. The countdown is 3, 2, 1, and the Flyers win it behind Jake Dold. How about that? The third string goalie tonight, Jake Dold, commands a sterling performance tonight. And 2 goals by Jackson Reed helped lead the Flyers to a 5-2 win over the Ohio State Buckeyes. Let me try to get the score sheet, folks, and I'll be back with you. Okay, everybody, back with you. We got a message from Patty Ployce. Hey, Patty, great win, says Patty. That's great. Great to hear from everybody tonight. The Flyer fans, and we had a couple of Buckeye fans. Great to hear from you tonight as well. How about that? What a win tonight for the Dayton Flyers. My goodness gracious. I have the score sheet, so I'm going to be able to run down what happened in the game. Let me mark, let's see, third period. Teddy. Okay. And then their goal. From the shore, and it was unassisted. Okay. Okay, everybody. Well, I'm going to run down the scoring, and then we'll pick 3 stars. And then we'll wrap things up. Okay. First period, Jackson Reed, sixth goal of the season, assisted by Declan Ployce and Mark Piketty. For Declan, fourth assist of the season. For Mark, his first unofficially, and it was 1-0 Dayton after one. And second period, it was Alex Pompina, second goal of the season, assisted by Mark Piketty and by Leon Swiatkowski, 2-0 Dayton. Then Jackson Reed is second of the night, seventh of the season, unassisted. That made it 3-0 Dayton. And then it was Brian Dolby, and I didn't mark whether he had any goals. That might have been his first of the season. Brian Dolby, assisted by Swiatkowski and by Rutherford. 4-0 Dayton. And then Ohio State got on the board. It was Ethan Bashar, his fourth of the season, and assisted by Francisco Martinez, Francisco's third assist of the season. And after 2 periods of play, it was Dayton 4, Ohio State 1. And then they played an even third period. Teddy Stuber, his fifth goal of the season, assisted by Liam McClymans. And for Liam, I think it's, I didn't mark down his, I'm not sure if he had any other assists this season or not. Might have been his first. But then it was 5-1 Dayton. The final goal of the game coming there in that last couple of minutes, a power play goal by the Buckeyes, Sam Gaffney. For Sam, his fifth goal of the season. That was unassisted. It was a power play goal, and that's how things wound up 5-2 in favor of the Dayton Flyers tonight. We got Duke Clark. Hey, Duke. Says, awesome win. Great work, boys. You got that right. What a great game they played tonight. My goodness, they're playing great defense. Jake Dold was flopping around all over the place, making great stops, and great offense tonight as well. Just great in every phase of the game. Dave Reed says, great goaltending by Doldy tonight. A badly needed win. You got that right. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for all your help with some of the breakdowns and everything like that you give us as well. So, what are your final shots?
5 shots on the Buckeyes. Buckeyes had 33 on the Flyers.
Okay. Jeff tells me that his final count for shots was in favor of the Flyers, 35-33. And so that's where things wound up. So let's try to pick a 3 stars before we wrap things up. There's a high school game coming up in a little bit, so they'll probably we have to get things wrapped up. 3 stars. Let's try to pick. What do we got here, folks? Boy, it's kind of hard. It's going to be hard to kind of pick. I am going to give the number 3 star of the game to Brian Dolby. For his goal. That was a big goal late in the second period to give the Flyers the lead from 3-0 to 4-0. And he played a stellar game on defense as well. The number 2 star, we'll give that to Jackson Reed. Big Jackson got 2 goals tonight, kicked things off with the first goal of the game, and then he got the Flyers their third goal of the game is also to make it 3-0, and he controlled the puck. A lot of there's probably not a lot of talk about puck possession, but I tell you what, when you help control the puck, and Jackson certainly did tonight, taking the puck from one end to the other a lot, that's very important because a lot of times if you overpass, passes get intercepted. You don't want passes to get intercepted in the neutral zone. You don't want them intercepted, especially in your own zone. So if you have guys that can move the puck themselves like that from one end to the other, that helps prevent turnovers. And that's another phase of the game that Jackson excels at. But he's our number 2 star. And of course, no debate tonight, Jake Dold is our number 1 star of the game. He's a third string goalie. I don't believe he started a game yet this season. He's gotten in just a little bit. And I think, I guess I'm not sure who made the call, whether it was Coach Morris tonight or Coach Sands. I'm not sure, but they decided to play Jake tonight, and they were rewarded. Great performance. He was, flopping around all over the place in there, and 5'7", but man, he stood very tall in there in the goal tonight. He was 6'6" tonight. As he was outstanding in that, unofficially stopping 31 of 33 Ohio State shots. Hard hat tonight. I'm going to give it to Mark Piketty. Mark Piketty, as he had a couple of assists, and he also playing a very stellar defense. Again, cutting off the rushes by the Buckeyes all night. Like the whole defensive crew played very well tonight. Swiatkowski played a really nice game. And just Meichenbaum, Owen Meichenbaum, played a great game tonight. He could have been a hard hat candidate as well. And so Teddy Stuber, so just a great game all the way around, folks. Oh, here we go.
Setting some thugs up.
Uh-oh. So what a great game all the way around. And my goodness, it just feels great when they play such a great game, especially against a big name opponent like the Buckeyes. So a great game for the Flyers. So again, our 3 stars tonight. Number 3 star, Brian Dolby. Number 2 star was Jackson Reed. Number 1 star, Jake Dold. Our hard hat tonight, Mark Piketty. And again, other players, Owen Meichenbaum, Tommy Rutherford, of course, Leon Swiatkowski, and guys all played a great game. So appreciate everybody's joining us. Again, we've got a little drought before our home game. We've got the Thanksgiving holiday, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And we will see you next time on Saturday night, December 7th. And I think it's at 8 o'clock. I think we looked that up earlier. I think it's 8 o'clock, and it's right here in Kettering. So it'll be a good atmosphere. Once again, they play the Bowling Green State Falcons, and they're usually always a good program up there. So it'll definitely be a tough game. And Flyers will look to try to continue building upon this game tonight and see if they can get a little win streak going. So, till again, thanks for all the chats, everybody. Appreciate it. Love hearing from everybody. We look forward to talking with you again December 7th here in a few weeks. And speaking for our producer, engineer, statistician, Jeff Duford, this is Kent Jacobs reminding you once again, The final score tonight, the Dayton Flyers 5 and the Ohio State Buckeyes 2. So until next time, December 7th, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and have a good night from Kettering Ice Arena. Good evening, everyone.